Good morning. I'd like to welcome you all to our 2022 Chaney High School graduation ceremony. At this time, would you please stand along with the graduates and turn your attention to the flag as the 2022 Chaney High School graduate co-valedictorian Nicole Lasky sings our national anthem. You may be seated. It is my pleasure at this time to introduce to you Senior Clive Wilson, who will present to you the graduating members of your National Honor Society.
At this time, it is my honor to present the graduating members of the National Honor Society. Rashad Williams, Dakota Barrett, Elijah Dixon, Senator Jennings, Nicole Lasky, Michaela Molina, William O'Connor, Celia Peretta, Amber Ripple, Quentin Robinson, Amaris Rodriguez, Nigel Smeltzer, Camille Townsend, Alexander Washington, and Clive Wilson. Please join me in applauding this group of students for their commitment of the values of scholarship, service, leadership, and character.
Good morning. It is now my distinguished pleasure to introduce to you the Valedictorians. We have two, and Salutatorians from our senior class of 2022. They're going to come forward now and share some words of inspiration with our class. So we do have two Valedictorians. This year it's Lahela Nicole Lasky. Amber Ripple are both our Valedictorians. And our Salutatorian is Signature Jennings. So we're going to begin with some words from Lahela Nicole. Thank you.
Hello, friends, family, staff, and of course, class of 2022. This last year and these past 4 years have been very life-changing to us. A lot of things happened that many of us can't explain. We lost people, things we love, and witnessed things we shouldn't have had to. We've held mountains of stress and more, and yet we are still here graduating from high school. We have persevered and even found serenity. So to everyone in this room, mentors, peers, family, and even strangers, this is about me and us. Thank you for taking your time to listen to me today and playing a role in our journey to success. One thing I've learned necessary for being successful is perseverance. Imagine you're pushing something heavy and it won't budge. Would you give up, or would you continue to figure out how to move it? Perseverance is kind of like that. Going through hard times and not just staying complacent, but continuing to strive towards your goals, even in rough patches. Before the COVID-19 pandemic and the violence that some of us have witnessed over these last few years, we may not have done our best. But if there's anything that this last school year has taught us, especially me, it's to keep going. We have all had a lot on our plate and life just keeps going. This is why I feel that what some of us fear most about graduating high school is fear itself. We misplace something of importance, we fail tests, and we lose people every day. None of us are perfect, but perfection isn't the goal. What matters is that you continue to persevere and believe. Believe in yourself, believe in your aspirations, and most importantly, believe that you will find serenity and keep it. That's why I believe the serenity prayer would really help motivate us to keep going, just like it helps me. And it goes like this. Grant us serenity of mind to accept what can't be changed, courage to change the things that can, and wisdom to know the difference between. It's no secret that many of us have overcome difficult struggles and have persevered through the labyrinth of dangers that this world has thrown at us. We've had a rough high school experience, and I admit I didn't think I'd make it through. But this moment, right now, it's only the beginning. I don't know if any of you are like me, counting down every year, quarter, week, and day left before we finally didn't have to go to school anymore. I used to think that high school graduation was the end, and it was, for that version of us. But somewhere along the line, we changed. We blossomed into beautiful young adults, and for that I am proud of myself and of every one of you. Today, we go out into the world as high school graduates and adults. I know that every person in here has the potential to become something great, but that depends on you. So if there's anything you take from this speech, let it be a reminder to strive towards your goals and persevere through any troubles that may be thrown your way. Because life continues to go on, which means there's no time like the present. Thank you.
Thank you, Lahela. We're so proud of you. And now some words from Amber Ripple, our other valedictorian.
Good morning, families, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. We did it. We accomplished all of one major early milestones in our life, high school graduation. This is a major step in the journey of our lives, one that we should be recognized for its immense significance. It is an act not only for personal commitment, but also one of pride. We all worked hard to get to this day, and our work did not go to waste. A high school diploma is a wonderful tool in this world, one that opens many doors for opportunities for anyone who is lucky enough to have one. Graduation is not the end goal in itself. It is instead a part of a longer journey of life. Whenever your future takes you, let it take you. Life is a journey and all accomplishments we achieve during its course should be taken as starting points for further achievements. Our graduation should serve as a launching point, projecting us to wherever our futures are meant to take us, whether we land ourselves a career, take up a trade, or continue education at a college or vocational technical school. Before we reach those stars, there is only one personal achievement that we all need to reach. Most people graduate from high school experience, only one reached graduation from high school. We all have more ahead of us. We have shown our commitment to personal growth through making it to graduation today, but soon all of us will experience another ceremony when we graduate from our programs. As I said before, life is a journey. We don't stop growing unless we get our diplomas. Life is about growing and being in programs. We will open doors, new opportunities to continue to grow, as well as get new skills to carry with us for the rest of our lives. We don't stop there. This graduation has already shown us that we are capable of accomplishing all of our goals. I hope all of us here today can take personal accomplishment as an example of how amazing truly possible we are when we our minds to it. As we all continue in our lives, let us take each new problem with confidence, knowing that we have achieved great heights and we are equipped with the necessary tools to tackle our future. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Thank you, Amber. Very well done. Very well done. And now our salutatorian, Signature Jennings, will come forward.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations. I would like to say congratulations to class of 2022. I am proud that we persevered through this far. First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity, for allowing me to be here and be called salutatorian at Chaney High School. It is an honor, and I am so thankful. I want to thank all the staff and faculty for helping us get this far. I also want to thank my family and friends for making my 4 years of high school worth remembering. Over these 4 years, we've all been through a lot, struggles and trials we went through that we thought we wouldn't be able to face. But look at us now, standing here, proud to be called a graduate of Chaney High School. These 4 years of high school have taught me that hardships and tough trials are always temporary, and there's always a light at the end of that tunnel. Over my 4 years in high school, I learned not to take anything for granted, to always cherish every moment, and to know and remember that God is always the way. Those years of high school have taught me that you will lose many friends, but the ones who stick around in the end are the ones you should cling to the most. Many people have lost loved ones over the years, and should remember them as someone who has taught them the way to grow and achieve the things that will keep them grounded and ready for the real world. The 4 years of high school have taught me that growth shapes us who we are supposed to be. Even though being a high schooler isn't easy, Chaney students and teachers will always have a place in my heart. We did it, and to always remember, once a cowboy, always a cowboy. I love you all. Thank you. Stay blessed.
At this time, I'm going to introduce our keynote speaker for this morning, afternoon, and it is Reverend Carrington George Moore. Reverend Moore is committed to cultivating an environment that is validating and affirming of every community that he has the privilege to serve in. Born and raised in Youngstown, Ohio, he is a 2005 Chaney High School graduate. Once a cowboy, always a cowboy. Reverend Moore attended Youngstown State University, where he earned a Bachelor's of Arts degree in philosophy and political science. He accepted the selective Howard Thurman Theological Fellowship to study at Boston University, where he received his Master's of Divinity with a concentration in Black liberation theology. Carrington has served as a thought leader across the country in the areas of leadership, cultivation, workforce development, youth engagement, and educational equity. Carrington has led collective impact initiatives across the greater Boston community dedicated to increasing college access, building sustainable vocational pathways, and creating equity within institutions and systems. Carrington's work has been featured and utilized by the Boston Foundation, the Ford Foundation, the Aspen Institute for Community Solutions, Duke University, the United Way of Massachusetts Bay and Merrimack Valley, and other institutions across the country. Carrington currently serves as the Executive Director of Common Cathedral, an organization committed to poverty, alleviation, and ending homelessness. He is also the Assistant Pastor of the historic Bethel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Boston, Massachusetts. Carrington resides in East Boston with his lovely wife, Chanel. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Reverend Carrington George Moore.
Good morning, family. To Principal Kearns, to Dr. Jennings, to the amazing faculty and staff of Chaney High School, it is my deepest privilege and the highest honor to humbly share in today's ceremony. Thank you for this esteemed invitation to speak at a beloved institution that has shaped and molded me for a lifetime of learning and service. To the Chaney High School graduating class of 2002, in the words of the great scholar and theologian Post Malone, congratulations. You made it. You made it. These past years were very difficult, but you made it. You had to jump from being online to in person, but you made it. You weathered the storm of a pandemic, and yet you made it. If we were in church, this would be the point in the service where the crowd would stand to their feet, and they would clap their hands, and they would bless their Creator, and they would say, thank you that you made it. I wish I had an auditorium full of people that would stand to their feet, and clap it up one more time for the graduating class of 2022. Come on, clap it up for them, because they made it. They made it. And dearly beloved, to the Chaney High School graduating class of 2022, I want to leave you with one simple thought. One simple thought, and here it is. Remember your dreams. Remember your dreams. I want to share with you a brief poem, and it goes like this. I will never let you go. To and fro we wrestle until you realize I am here to stay. My beautiful dreams, I will cling to you forever and a day. My loving dreams, will you call for help in distress because our grip is getting weak? I pray my soul be swift to answer you and be jubilant at my feet. I will never let you go because losing you is losing me. Losing us affects eternity. I have no choice. I can't let you go. We together, we are here to stay. My beautiful dreams, I will hold on to you. I will remember you forever and a day. Family, I can remember that beautiful spring day back in 2005, the day of my own graduation from Chaney High School. Clive, I can remember waking up full of excitement. I remember that morning putting on my best outfit. My swag was dripping all over the place. I can remember eating breakfast with my father looking into my eyes as I ate Captain Crunch cereal with the berries, the toast with grape jelly, And he told me, he said, son, I am proud of you. And in this moment, I want to pause parenthetically to peruse the beautiful words shared with you. I want you to remember the words of love that your favorite people have shared with you today, that they love you and that they are proud of you. Da Vinci McDowell, I can remember my 4 sisters and my younger brother being home that morning, and each of them giving me the biggest hug in the world. I can still feel in my bones the joy of their embrace. Amaris, I can remember sitting in these very seats. My palms were sweating as I anxiously waited to hear the calling of my own name. And Kai, I can remember wrestling through all of the beautiful memories of prom, of homecoming, of Friday night football. I can remember the crowd at the basketball games. I can still hear the cheerleaders at the city games. I said you travel. I said you walk too much. I said you travel. I said you walk too much. I can remember. And Serenity, I can remember the uncertainty of this moment. I can remember thinking to myself, would I make it? Could I make it? Can I compete? Am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Will I have enough money to go to college? I can remember. But in the midst of all those questions, in the midst of my own fear, of the unknowing, despite my own insecurities, my own traumas, as I sat at the seat full of delight of the day of graduation, as I soaked in all of the applause, all of the jubilation of the moment, as I sat at the pinnacle of my accomplishments, I could hear a quiet sound bubbling up in my own soul. I could feel a new type of energy that was clamoring for my attention. With hundreds of voices all around me, I could hear only one small voice that began to speak to me. As I sat in these very seats, the sound got louder and louder and louder, and it began to talk to me. That voice was my dreams. And I want to submit to you in this moment, during all of the joy and the excitement of the day, during all the noise, if you listen to the sound of your heart, you will hear serenity, your dreams. And family, in this moment, your dreams are forcing you into a cataclysmic confrontation with uncovering your own calling. And family, I want to submit to you that the universe is calling you, that love is calling you, your dreams are calling you, and they are calling you right in this moment. You might be wondering, Carrington, how will I know my dreams? That's a great question. I've learned that dreams often speak to us in the language of our own human senses. Dreams, they taste like, here it is, they taste like Sister Tammy Harton, they taste like your mother's peach cobbler. That tingling sensation on your taste buds that suggests that you need to have a little bit more. Yes, your dreams will make you to pursue the depth of your own talent. It will make you strive for more. Dreams, they feel like your dreams, they feel like you are free falling into your own beautiful aspirations. Your dreams will make you feel the glory of what could be, of what should be. Your dreams, they smell like Thanksgiving dinner. They smell the anticipation of macaroni and cheese and potato salad and stuffing, that joy that sometimes is not always yet ready. It's not done yet, but if you can smell the goodness of what is to come, that is what your dreams are. Your dreams, they sound like children laughing. That deep belly laugh that comes from the most sacred part of your soul. Your dreams will sometimes make you laugh. It will sometimes make you laugh because they seem out of this world and yet seem very possible. And your dreams, lastly, your dreams, they look like the best picture of your family. Our dreams remind us that we are connected to community, that your dreams are not just for you, but they are meant to benefit your family and your community. Training graduates, I want to submit to you that discovering your dreams is not the most difficult part of your journey. Because if you listen to your heart, your dreams, they will find you. The greatest task in this moment that we often endure throughout our lifetime is to remember our dreams. I want to share a couple of points with you to help you remember your dreams. First, here it is, family. Graduates, first thing you got to do, you have to sing to your dreams. Now, I know you all love Pusha T and Lil Baby and Ella May. I know you might feel like the last call by Khalid, or I know you might feel out of time like The Weeknd. But back in 2005, back in my day, we had some of the best music in the last 30 years. I'm talking about Let Me Love You by Mario. I'm talking about This Is How We Do by The Game and 50 Cent. I'm talking about Young Jeezy, Mariah Carey, and Destiny's Child before Beyonce went solo. We had some good music, but there was one particular song, family, that changed the game for years to come. It was the greatest song of the early 2000s. I want to sing it for you today. Pastor Donaldson, pray for me. Here it is. Let me tune up. Here we go. Here we go. Pray for me, y'all. Don't laugh at me. Here we go. Here it is. Here's the song. Making my way downtown, walking fast, pace is passing my home by. Don't act brand new. If you're over 30 in this auditorium, I know you know that song. You might have J's, you might be cool, too cool for school, you might have your Timbs, but you know that song. But family, that song was featured in the most movies in 2002, in 2003, in 2004, and 2005. You know why? Here it is, here it is. The melodic tone of the song is set at a vocal range that everyone can sing to. Songs that are often produced that go viral are not produced to show the vocal range of the singer, but they are produced to show so that the common person can sing along. This is why whenever you start singing along in your favorite song in the shower, or when you clean it up, you're like, whoa, I sure enough can sing. I can sing better than Beyonce and Whitney Houston and Aretha Franklin. You feel that way because the song is set for everyone to sing along. But I want to suggest to you, at this point in life, there's a new type of sound that is bubbling up that when you sing. Family, I want to suggest to you that there's another sound that comes with singing. It's called, here it is, it's called your tessitura. Repeat after me, say tessitura. Not Tesla, say tessitura. Say it louder, say tessitura. And here it is. What is your tessitura? Tessitura is the point at which you sound the most beautiful. It's the point at which you sound the most melodic. It's the point at which you have your own natural perfect pitch. Sometimes you find your tessitura naturally. When a baby's crying, you say, oh, it's gonna get better. Or if you're pillow talking at night, you're talking to your boo thing, and your partner, you might call them, it's like ring, ring. You say, hey, sweetie, how you doing? How's it going? I miss you. That's your tessitura. Sometimes we find our tessitura very naturally. And then sometimes you have to work to find your tessitura. I'm almost done, family. When you sing from your tessitura, it's not for others to sing along, but it's for you to sound the most beautiful. When you sing to your dreams, everyone might not be able to sing along with you. The melody of your dreams may not be able to be duplicated to the masses, but for the song of your dreams is meant for you to become the most beautiful, the most amazing version of yourself. You have to sing to your dreams too. Here it is. You gotta dance. You gotta dance. You gotta dance to your dreams. The rhythmic movements of your divine melanated body echo the power of your dreams. One of the greatest gifts of your body is that love is laced within your own bones, that your body has spiritual memory, meaning that your body can remember how to move. In other words, when you learn to dance, family, you will never forget it. Some of us in here, they still know how to do the Tootsie Roll from 50 years ago. I'm sure Dr. Jennings still knows how to do the butterfly. I'm sure Brother Rod knows how to do the running man. I'm sure some of y'all still know how to do the stanky leg. Don't act cute, family, don't act cute. I bet you if I played the cha-cha slide right now, and you heard one hop this time, two hops this time, crisscross, hands on your knees, this whole auditorium would stand up and y'all be crisscrossing all across standby auditorium. Why? Because your body can never forget how to dance. And family, dance teaches us that you have to dance to the rhythm of life. Dance teaches us that you have to be vulnerable. You have to be honest with yourself. When you dance to your dreams, here it is, family, you will never forget it. And lastly, we're almost done. You have to love your dreams. Chaney graduates, falling in love with your dreams means falling in love with yourself. It means accepting yourself for all of your gifts, your talents, and your brilliance. It means accepting yourself for your inequities, your mistakes, and even your failures. And when you embrace wholeheartedly the love of your own self, you learn that our shortcomings don't disqualify us from our dreams. It also teaches us that when others around us refuse to acknowledge our own humanity, we have the power to do it ourselves. So in this moment, I pray in this moment that your love for your dreams, they will be everlasting. eternal, perpetual, undying, never-ending, unrelenting, unremitting, unabating, unwavering, uninterrupted, timeless, sustained, continued, ceaseless love for your dreams. So, beloved, remember your dreams. I'm here today not because I had all the answers. It's not because I was the greatest student. It's not because of my own charm or eloquence of speech, but because I learned how to love myself. I learned how to find my own voice. I learned how to be comfortable in my own body. My dreams began to overtake me. They began to unfold over time. Chaney graduates 2022. You have all the power inside of you to change the course of human history for the better. This world needs you and is looking for you. All you have to do is remember your dreams. I will never let you go. To and fro we rest until you realize I'm here to stay. My beautiful dreams, I will cling to you forever and a day. My loving dreams, when you call for help and distress because our grip is getting weak, I pray my soul be swift to answer you and be jubilant at my feet. I would never let you go because losing you is losing me. Losing us affects eternity. I have no choice. I can't let you go. We together, we are here to stay. My beautiful dreams, my wondrous dreams, I will hold on to you forever and a day. Chaney graduates in 2022. God bless you and remember your dreams.
Thank you, Reverend Moore, for those words of inspiration for our graduates. At this time, we are honored to have Ms. Brenda Kimball of the Youngstown City School Board, who is going to come forward and present the class.
Good morning. Good morning. I am so happy to be here, so proud to stand before you today. But first of all, I want to say thank you to Reverend Moore. I won't have to go to church next week. God truly radiates through you. Thank you for that. Yeah. Then I want to say to I don't know who the senior advisors are of Chaney, but we need to give them a hand. I've never saw such a grand entrance before for the Youngstown City Chaney Cowboys. That was wonderful. Thank you for that. Now, I'm not going to be before you long. I just want to say, I think everybody in this building should be aware of Chaney's mission statement that's crest over the stage in the auditorium that says, enter to learn, go forth to serve. And that's what you've done. You've come to Chaney High School and you've entered to learn. But through that learning, this graduate class is a special class because you've endured some things that other classes didn't have to. You went through a state takeover with us. Programs were missing, but you still stayed focused and were able to get to this place today. Then we went through COVID-19. Old man COVID-19 is what I call it because I think a woman would have had more compassion. And through that, we lost family members. We were heartbroken. And once again, your education was kind of stuck and frozen. You missed out on proms. You missed out on some graduations. You missed out on activities, football games, wearing masks, but you were still able to focus and move forward. I want to thank everyone that works in Chaney High School, from the top to the bottom, because there is no position that's more important than the other, because we have to educate our whole child. And through that, that means keeping them safe, keeping them warm, feeding them, and taking care of their needs. So thank you, Chaney High School staff, each and every one of you, for that. I want to thank the parents for supporting Youngstown City School District. Thank you. Yeah, because you could have went anywhere and had your children educated, but you believed in us and you stuck with us, and you are what makes Youngstown City Schools great. Lastly, I want to thank the class of 2022, because regardless of the supports around you and the people you see here, had you not done your part, we would not be here today for this prestigious ceremony. Thank you so much. Remember, You are great, you are courageous, you are smart. You have educated yourselves, and now you're going forward to serve, and we are so proud of you. Thank you, class of 2022. Once a cowboy, always a cowboy, and congratulations to you.
Thank you, Ms. Kimball, for those inspiring words and in presenting our class to us. At this time, we're going to ask members of the board to come forward to present diplomas. Joining Ms. Kimball here today are from the Board of Education, Tiffany Patterson, Juanita Walker, Kenneth Donaldson Sr., and Don Turnage. So our members of the board will be honoring our graduates with their diplomas. So we thank them for their presence here today. At this time, it is my honor and my privilege to call the roll for the Chaney class of 2022. Graduates, please come forward to be recognized by the board as your name is called. Parents and audience members, we do ask so that everyone can hear their name called. We've had a lot of chances to cheer. We're going to hold our applause for the end for all of the graduates because we want to make sure everyone can hear their name called. And at this time, it is my privilege to begin calling the class of 2022. Lahela Lasky. Amber Ripple. Signature Jennings. Amaris Rodriguez. Rhea Ann Gordon. Kiera Savage. Markeisha Dozier. Rashad Adesanya William. Emily Adkins. Braylon Allen Jr. Isaiah Armstrong. Lloyd Adkins. Dakota Barrich. Imani Bebbs. Marion Bebbs, sorry. Cameron Belton. James Bennett. Jalen Berry. Ethan Bonner. Serenity Bowman. Michael Boyd. Diamond Boykin. Eric Brady. Aurora Brown. Leon Brune. Calvin Bruno Robles. Dwayne Burgess. Joel Byers. Taylon Childs. Justin Clark. Alexander Crockett. Simone Crosby. William Crosby Jr. Isaac Daly. Kiona Damos. Jacorian Dent. Elijah Dixon. Celeste Edwards. Justin Eldridge. Camry Evans. Eric Fernandez Barrio. Jose Figueroa. Xavier Franklin. Jashea Gathers. Brian Gonzalez Ortiz. Janice Gonzalez. Lena Grisby. Terrell Hall. Jeremiah Hardaway. Jaden Harris. Anthony Harrison. Amon Harrison. Janiyah Harshaw. Nishea Hasley. Renasia Hathman. Nadia Harriet. Erisi Hines. Andre Holden Jr. Justin Hooper. William Huff. Jamaria Hall. Akayla Jackson. Antonio Jackson. Azariah Jackson. Keelan Jacobs. Courtney Jenkins. Jalasia Johnson. Sane Johnson. Christian Jones. Kiera Jordan. Not with us, hold on. Not with us, but graduating. McKaylee Joseph. Jeffrey Kelly. Isabel Kunkel. Station Lane. Service Lane. Michael LeBron Riviera. Amelia Lee. Jeremy Leeson. Charles Lewis Emerson. Marcelo Loggins. Naomi Lazadia Ortega. Keyshawn Lucky. Robert Magnalotti. Jermaine Martin Jr. Michaela Moena. Jaden McCauley. Da Vinci McDowell. Wanda McKeithen. Justasia Merchant. Shayana Merchant. Precious Moon. Eternity Moore. Jalen Murphy. Jasuri Mawakalan Delay. William O'Connor. Che Olds Jr. Tyler Harris. Darnell Patrick. Tijahara Penny. Celia Peralta. Denzel Petrosky. Elijah Pierce May. Angelo Pilson. Rayana Poindexter Huggins. Deja Prierto. Kiwan Rice. Quentin Robinson. A little behind. Catch. Quentin Robinson. Joseph Rodriguez Alicia. Mia Roman. Thalia Rosado. Nevea Rudolph. Anaya Saunders. Zachariah Signor. Nyasia Simmons. Taylin Sims. Samaya Slade. Belinda Smeltzer. Hannah Smeltzer. Darius Smith. Aviana Tate. Kai Taylor Lett. Amari Taylor. J.R. Tellington, Jr. Breasia Thomas. Rayon Thomas. Camille Townsend. Sandra Velazquez Meja. Brittany Vernon. Nishayla Wall. Khalees Wallace. Dejuan Warren. Alexander Washington. Atwa Wheel. Amon Whipple. Asante White. Tayshawn Wiggins. Imani Williams. Isaiah Williams. Levi Williams. Savion Williams. Clive Wilson Jr. Cedric Woods. At this time, let's stand and clap for the 2022 graduates. At this time, thank you. At this time, our co-valedictorians will come forward to lead the transition to alumnus. The flipping of the tassel is a visual symbol of graduation. Graduates, please stand and face your valedictorians.
Congratulations, class of 2022. At this time, we're going to have Mr. Kearns come and address the class.
All right, go ahead and be seated, everyone. Thank you. I want to take one last opportunity to address the class of 2022, our families, and our loved ones. I want to start by thanking our parents, many and most of you who've entrusted us with your most prized possession for the last 13 years, your children. I know there's some tears today. I know there's some congratulations, and I see lots of tears. Wipe those tears aside, because I want you to remember this is just the beginning. And as mom, dad, mentor, grandma, grandpa, whatever role you play in the life of these graduates, they're going to need you now more than ever. So wipe those tears aside, because your job is not done today. They're going to need you moving forward. They're going to need your support, your love, your guidance, your mentorship. So please continue to love them, hold them, and push them and challenge them to move forward in their lives. To our faculty and staff, no one outside of probably the walls of Chaney and the people in this room know exactly how hard our staff members work day in and day out to help each and every one of these graduates find success, to find their happy place, to find what motivates them, to get them to the next step. I am overwhelmed daily as I walk the halls of Chaney with what the Chaney community does, our staff and community members, and everything that makes Chaney what they do to help our graduates be successful and get here to where they are today. This dedication didn't just start at Chaney. It started way back in kindergarten here in the Youngstown schools. Getting to stand up on this stage, call the names of the graduates, and speak to you today is probably the most amazing thing an educator can ever get to do. It's probably the greatest thing I've ever got to do in my life, is to stand up here before you and get to do this. And I think sometimes at high school we're a little selfish because we act like we did all this in the 4 years at Chaney, and we didn't. It took a community, it took parents and everyone else, and you're always here at graduations to celebrate with us, but sometimes we forget it goes all the way back to preschool, kindergarten, elementary school, all the way through. So as symbols of that, because it didn't just happen at Chaney, it happened the whole way through the Youngstown City schools, we have our principals from our feeder schools here with us today celebrating, because I believe it's important for our teachers down at first grade, second grade, to see what the end product of our work looks like. Because they work very hard day in and day out to make sure our graduates can get here. So please stand when your name is called. They're up here on stage with us. Principal of Paul C. Bunn Elementary, William Bond. Principal of Volney Rogers Elementary School, Kelly Weeks. Principal of Kirkmere Elementary School, Michelle Page. And Principal of Chaney Middle School, Ebony Williams. Their teachers have school today, or really all their teachers should be here, because everyone played a role in getting all of this to this beautiful occasion. But we thank them for being here with us. I'd like to thank the Reverend Carrington Moore for traveling all the way from Boston to celebrate with us today. I hope each and every one of our scholars takes his advice and remember your dreams, take time to sing to them, dance to them, and love them, just like he said. Graduates, one thing I want you to realize, I met Carrington probably 2 months after he sat in the same seats you're in. He was as confused as you are, if not more. He wouldn't admit to that now, because now he's so together and leading the world in issues of equity and poverty. So he's gone from sitting in those same seats you're in, being just as confused as you. He couldn't have done this on his graduation day, what he stood up here and did today. But now he can, because he continued to grow after graduation. He had a dream, he sang to it, he danced to it, he loved it, and he did it. And each and every one of you, it might not be the same path as Carrington, but you're gonna do it too. He walked the same halls, probably had the same locker, the same seats that you had at Chaney, and now he's leading the world and helping people. So each and every one of you has that inside of you. That's part of why Carrington was brought here today, to help remind you of that. Each and every one of you, whatever your dream is, you can do it. So students, I want to talk to you a minute about what it really means to be a Chaney Cowboy. I'm going to start with one last quiz, and Board Member Kimball, she gave you a little cheat sheet, but what is inscribed over this Chaney stage? What's up there on the stage? You've already had a cheat sheet, so what is it? Enter to learn, go forth to serve. So I'm not from here. I didn't go to Chaney. But as many of you know, my wife is a third-generation Chaney graduate. When I first moved here, I was amazed with everyone's connection to Chaney. The entire city had so much pride in Chaney. I kept hearing the phrase, once a cowboy, always a cowboy, and that was 20 years ago or more, and we're still saying it today. I was amazed how Chaney graduates stick together. I was amazed at her classmates. Everyone was doing amazing things, going to big schools, big-time jobs. I was just amazed by how successful everyone from Chaney was. And I was amazed by it. So let's connect back to that quiz. Enter to learn, go forth to serve. So you've entered to learn, and now you have this bond with all these other Chaney graduates. Some have gone on to discover comets. Yes, a Chaney graduate discovered a comet. Some have won Heismans, others are heart surgeons, nurses, mailmen. Each and every one of you will serve your community in different ways. Now that you're graduating, students, it's still about you and your dream, but it's also about how are you going to give back to the world? How are you going to give back to the community and the world? That's that go forth to serve. Service is an attitude about life that relies on the basic assumption that we're all somehow connected to each other. And now you're all connected. You're connected to Carrington. Chaney graduates in the audience, raise your hand. If you're a Chaney graduate, raise your hand. You're connected to everyone in here with their hand up. You're connected to all of those people. So you share this connection forever, and you can work with them to go forth to serve, and you can lean on them. So once a cowboy, always a cowboy, go forth to serve. students, it has been an amazing 4 years with you. I have loved every second of it. It has been great to get to this day. So love all of you, and congratulations from the bottom of my heart to the class of 2022. Right now, it's my pleasure to introduce to you your CEO, Mr. Justin M. Jennings.
I'm gonna take this off because everybody up here too short. Just indulge me for 4 minutes. I promise you, I'll get y'all here in 4 minutes, just 4. First of all right, I'll make it 2. Set the timer for me, Ms. Rodriguez. I know you're gonna do it anyway. So, for those of you who don't know, tomorrow is Mr. Kern's last day as the Chaney principal. He's going to be moving to our operations department. He's gonna be over our operations, so give him a round of applause. And I would be remiss, if there are any veterans or anyone from the graduating class who has enlisted in the military, can you please stand and be honored at this time? Any veterans? Thank you. Give them a round of applause. First and foremost, congratulations, Chaney High School class of 2022. You have one last assignment. Listen to me close. I want you to make sure you pay attention. What I need you to do is stand up. Everybody stand up, just the graduate class. I need you to turn around for me. Turn around for me. After you turn around, I'm gonna give you your instructions. All right. There's an old, I need your attention. There's an old African proverb, and it says it takes a village to raise a child. Graduating class, I want you guys to cheer and salute on your village right now. Cheering on. Thank you. You can be seated. All right, you can turn around and be seated. Parents, guardians, aunts, uncles, grandmothers, thank you on behalf of this class. I know how important it is. I know it's been rough, but thank you for keeping your child in our school district and entrusting them to us. 30 years ago, today, June 6th, I sat in those seats that you were sitting in. I didn't miss athletics, I didn't miss prom, I didn't learn online, I was in physical school. So for that, you deserve a round of applause. On that day, I remember something, and anybody who knows me, and if you've been to any graduation, I always have one saying that I say every graduation because I heard it at my graduating class. And I want you, if you can, take this in life with you. I remember the speaker saying to us, the difference between a stepping stone and a stumbling block is the way you use it. Class of 2022, there's only stepping stones in your path. That means there's no stumbling blocks. But if by chance you stumble, get up and dust yourself off. After all, you are a graduate of Youngstown City Schools. Give yourself a round of applause. I'm good on time? I got 1 minute. All right, I got 1 minute left. Khalees Wallace, can you please stand up? Where's Khalees at? Stand up, come here. Come here, sweetheart. Y'all pardon the blue bag, that's all they had at Walmart. This didn't come from Walmart. Khalees, you can come right up here. Every year, my family trust, the Morning Glory Foundation and Jenny's Family Trust, we give out scholarships to every high school that I'm a part of, and even those I haven't been a part of. This year, I'm doing something different. Right now, I'm doing something a little different. So I'm not actually giving her a scholarship, okay? What she has in that box, which Pastor Donaldson impressed on my heart to do for her, what she has in that box is a Canon Rebel T100 digital camera, all right? That's to start your photography career. So that camera, there's a camera. There's a camera in there, there's a tripod, there's a bag, there's flashers, and there's 6 different lenses for you, okay? So congratulations, we love you, and keep going, all right? Thank you. I'll turn it back over to Mr. Sizzle. I'm good? All right.
All right, as we close, as we bring the ceremony to a close today, just want to remind you, class of 2022, we love you. We want to encourage everyone to be safe as you leave. And one last request that we have is that as the graduates stand and exit, everyone remain in your seats, please, until all the graduates have left the area. Thank you.